Our friend has come. Can you give a round of applause for Ruben Joram Biha, please? And he's going to do the presentation now of revolutionary gameplay and how AI transformed the video game experience.
Good evening, everyone. So, as the moderator already said, my name is Ruben. I'm here to speak about gameplay and AI. So before we start with the actual topic, I have to mention that I've been doing game development for three and a half, almost 4 years. So today I'll be taking you guys through how AI and games merge together or come together. So before I start saying or elaborating how AI and games come together, let's start with a bit of a background. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about AI up to this point. It's actually the main theme of this conference. So AI comes in very many forms or exists in different areas. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about ChatGPT, which is an AI which generates very intelligent answers. There is an AI about video generation, so you can just prompt an AI, and then it gives you a video based on your description. There is also an AI which can give you pictures. So I'm sure a lot of you have already interacted with these very mainstream services of AI. Another part is there is the issue of, let's say, spam filtering, which also uses AI. So there is all these different things that AI is used for. But I'm sure very few of you know that, or very few of you have an idea of how AI is used in games. So today I'm going to show you how AI and games relate. How does AI improve the gaming experience? How does AI make you as a player, when you play games, feel the game a little bit more with a better experience compared to when you're not using AI? So the main topics of today that I have, the first one is pathfinding. The second one is behavioral systems. The third is camera control. The fourth is physics. The fifth is animation control systems. So all these are very technical terms in terms of gaming, but they are very simple concepts, as we will see when we cover one by one. So starting with the first topic, which is pathfinding. So pathfinding, really, just ignore everything that's written there. Pathfinding is just you trying to, just like the word itself, you're trying to find the best suitable path from point A to point B. Now, pathfinding in games is a very crucial element, because for games that, let's say you have a very big environment. When I say environment, I mean anything that exists in a game, including the characters. Let's say if you have houses in the game, let's say if you have forests, whatever. So the environment, if it's big enough, I'm talking about games which are not like, let's say, Tetris. You know, Tetris, the environment is very small, right? Sorry. Yeah. So the environment of Tetris is very small. So for environments which are big enough, let's say in games like Call of Duty, a lot of you I know have played Call of Duty, Fortnite, you have this big environment, and then you have characters who are supposed to move in that environment. Now, pathfinding is when an opponent or an enemy character, which is not controlled by any other player, right, is trying to locate you as the player. So let's say I'm a player, right? I'm sitting right here, and the enemy, let's say, is at the corner there, right? That means the path that that enemy will take from there to here, that's the path. Now, that process is called pathfinding. So in games that are using AI, those enemies can use AI to determine the best possible route to take to reach a particular player. And this is important because you do not wish to be in a game where you're just sitting there and no one is attacking you. This is very important. If you're in a game, let's say you're playing Call of Duty, you sit here, you expect that an enemy, no matter how long you stand there, you expect that an enemy will eventually find you and kill you, right? So that's what pathfinding is. So pathfinding itself has three components, which is character movement, movement controls, and obstacles. So character movement is the movement of the actual characters, right? The movement controls is how that movement is controlled. You know, in movement we have many things. You have things like walking, you know, turning, jumping, and all that. And then we have the third, which is obstacles. So obstacles is anything that obstructs the character to reach the destination. So in pathfinding, you can have, for example, in Unity, you'll have things like nav mesh. It's called nav mesh, which is let's call it a tool that helps the character to find where it's going. Now, it's a very complicated technically to explain, but that's the overall idea of pathfinding. So to put it very simply, AI can make it instead of you writing very big chunks of code just to enable a character to move from point A to point B, you can just use a simple model that has that intelligence to know that, okay, this is an obstacle, okay, I need to turn left or right, and all these models are trained. All these models are like, you fill them with finding. And the overall effect of using AI in this is that you have enemies which are very quick or which are very efficient in finding the players, which makes the game more engaging. You know, you sit here, an enemy will find you. That's the main aim of pathfinding. So we have some few videos. This is just a case video game which is created in Tanzania. It's called DEVIANT. We have, as you can see, let me try to play one. Sorry. This. This side. Okay. I want to play the first one. Thank you very much. So as you can see in the video, we have those two characters. That was a very short video, but we have those two characters. The blue character is the player, right? The player is controlled using these joysticks as the ones that you see on the screen. Let me just try to replay. Okay, but the idea is that you have two characters. The one is the blue one. The player is the blue one. The enemy is the one with the white hairs. So, as you have seen, when the player, the blue character, tries to like run away from the enemy can quickly know that the player is running away from me, and it starts to run after the player, right? So this is a very basic implementation of pathfinding. There can be it can be very advanced and complex than this, but the idea is that you have two characters or any number of characters, they need to find their path towards something. That's pathfinding.